It's showtime.
Welcome back to Mufc Realist TV and Beat the Press.
In today's fan forum show news broadcast, we're going to talk about Redcliff Bid Exposed. As per this thumbnail, apparently a tender document has been submitted to the New York Stock Exchange, but we also have a clear path to the entire bidding process of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, thanks to this Swedish Rumble tweet, what we're going to dive into as well. And lo and behold, juicy bits, tweets coming out from Ben Jacobs, breaking news that 92 Holding Foundation and Sheikh Jassim was never serious. They withdrew the bid in the October 15th, claiming there's no proof of fund. Is this a play for the gallery to make the current bidder look good? We're going to talk about that one as well. Ineos Dodgy Dave prepared to make a brutal changes at Old Trafford. What does that mean? Jobs will be lost, but John Murtaugh might be retained. Also, discussions of a new training ground to be developed for the first team. And FFP boost in terms of buyback clauses. Is this the Manchester United new transfer policy? We will talk about that as well. What about the development of the Manchester City FFP charges? Yes. News is coming out that it is going to be delivered next week. We're going to talk about that as well. Development regarding that. Finally, we're going to have some footballing talk and transfer news. We're going to bring in Mark Nurse into this one. Apparently, it's reports coming out that no other than Galatasaray is coming in for Anthony Martial. So buckle up. I have a brilliant panel. This is hosted by Andy Tate and the lovely Vicky Bird. And of course, Jarvis Cocker and myself and Mark Nurse. Buckle up, it's showtime.
Please stay tuned to find out these top stories with your host, Mick Ruby. Welcome to Beat the Press. Here we go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We have a lovely Andy Tate and also lovely Vicky Bird. How you doing, guys?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah,
Listen.
bit frozen. Been out with the Cubs tonight. Yeah, I've been doing my Cubs stuff today. We were showing about homelessness, so we've been.
Oh wow! Listen,
other than that,
guys,
we're good.
Yeah, no, other than that, it's good. Like, I can send you a little bit of a 33 degrees where I'm sitting in Thailand at the moment, 4 a.m. in the morning. So, happy to send it with DHL Express to you, Andy, as well.
Yeah, it's snowbound here in Manchester, at Gatwick, as they say, snowbound at Ringway. So, yeah, we've had loads of snow last couple of days, and the slow thaw process is now begun. So we got a sprinkle, like on a cake, where you sprinkle a little bit of icing, but it was a pain.
It is a pain, guys. Listen, always a pain when it comes to Manchester United this season alone, right? There's so much things that come out today that I have to discuss. I'm not going to talk much. I want to sort of engage with the community. This is a fan forum. This is a town hall meeting. Everyone that's tuning in, feel free to come in with your comments. We're going to go through the news. I'm not going to dive into much of this takeover. I just want to hear your opinions. Do you find it BS? So, I want to hear your opinion. And then we can apply our logic and reason to what's coming out as well. At the end of the day, guys, we have Jarvis Cocker also in the corner. I can see him downstairs. He's just sneaking in, but he has no camera as of yet. And we also have producer Mark that's going to come in and provide us a little bit of a transfer update, right? So, guys, you guys seen everything that's come out today. Like, you saw this controversial Qatari bid, been reported in the media by Ben Jacobs and everyone else to say there's no proof of funds and, spinning it that, all the way through the process, they didn't provide any proof of funds, and they tried to say that this is the reason for the delay. Andy, have you read it? Like, have you read it thoroughly? Like, and what do you believe and what is your opinion?
I say, mate, I don't trust any of the press, mate. And it's only for their agenda to suit their needs, because they're not in control of Manchester United. It's just basically get yourself inside the room, get yourself on the sofa with your tea and biscuits, be nice and cozy. And that's what the press are. They're all for themselves. They're not helping Man United. They're all for themselves. So I don't believe anything with the media anymore. There are some good journalists out there. Andy Mitten is one of them. He's one of the best. He's been doing it like 35 years. And just don't believe any of them anymore. So I take it with a pinch of salt. like you say, Ben Jacobs, it's all about their own agenda. Because if Qatar had got in, no access. You're not at the table anymore. No more chocolate biscuits and tea for you, mate, and free coffee. That's it. So yeah. Now we've got
What
Rich
about you,
Cheek.
Vicky? Yeah. What about you, Vicky? What have you? What's your take on the story that came out today? Like, there's so much to come out, and plus, I'm gonna share a tweet with our friend Swedish Rumble as well, my good mate as well. So, we're gonna unpack everything here a little bit, cool and composed.
Well, actually, some things have to be done, with proper practice and everything. So what can you believe? Because you haven't just got the Glazers to be thinking about. You've got all the B shareholders, etc., etc. So you can't tell me that they've got their wool pulled over their eyes. It can't be. It just can't be true. All of that would be true. No.
Yeah. And what about you, Jarvis? What have you read today, Jarvis? Big up, welcome, Jarvis, as well.
Hi, Jarvis.
Hey, with the bird. Hey, Andy, how you doing, mate?
Hey, Jarvis, I'm okay, thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm good.
Jarvis.
Good to see you all.
No, you call me Vicky by now, right?
Okay. Hey, Vicky.
Formerly Vicky.
I just want to say, I read some tweets, Ben Jacobs and what's that guy in Telegraph?
James Tucker.
Yeah, James Tucker. Yeah. So basically, what to believe, some reports say one thing, some other reports say another thing. We remember what we read during the process. So yeah, it's hard for me to debunk at the moment. I think we need more information before we can actually do a full conclusion. But we will know all the truth, and all the facts will come out there after a while. So this, I don't think it's just a slow news day for me when I read stuff like this.
Yeah. On a high level, though, I'm just going to read through the article here, what I'm seeing here right now. And basically, it's saying that Qatar bid to buy Manchester United failed to provide proof of funds throughout the drawn-out sales process and never had a bid that was above 5 billion, according to the reports. The facts laid out to the United States, I mean, this is the government of the United Securities Exchange Commission, which is the SEC, right? A filing released on Wednesday. Raise questions about the nature of the offer as well as much as the public relations around it. So basically, there is a government body to make sure that there's no hanky-panky or there's no stock manipulation. But on the other hand, I've been following this sales process very rigorously, and I support 100% Glazers out. All I wanted for this club as a fan is a full ownership, 100% Glazers out, right? And of course, we've been looking and we've been sold a pipe dream. You come out with different statements, manifesto, one appealing 100% to the fans, development of the new stadium, everything. So they're coming out to spin that it's all PR and lies, that they all lied to us in certain ways. There's one point. But number two, when it comes to the SEC, right? During this process, like a Rainy Group was handling all these communications. They appointed 50 lawyers. They paid about 20 million out of the Glazers' pocket to pay for these lawyers. But why would you then fuck around? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this filing, there has to be, since we are a public listed company under the Cayman Islands legislations, there has to be equal buyouts for Class A and Class B. So what they're saying here is, they refuse to bid for both equal shares for Class A and Class B, which is non-compliant when you look at the people that had behind them. You're talking about Shabazz, which was Bank of America, legal. They appointed really professional people, right? And basically saying that the bid was below evaluation, and this was always challenging, like in certain ways. But when you do the directors and fitness test, which is currently what Ratcliffe is doing right now, you're also seeing that they have to also, supply the filings to the New York Stock Exchange, the SEC, to get approved. Now, since this is kind of coming to an end, they release the reports to the SEC because they have to be transparent, to disclose when you've gone through the strategical review. So you have to sort of disclose the timeline and the bid and stuff like that. And it's not that the SEC is saying that it's hanky-panky. So it can look at it is like a little bit of a maybe like a little bit of a PR spin from the Glazers side to make that 25% look good, or it can be, it might be the case. We never know at the end of the day. But if this is the case, guys, like, I just want to sort of keep it short and sweet here. Wouldn't you then expect, like, instead of being smeared like this in public, if you were Sheikh Jassim Bid 92 Holding Foundation, to come out with the statement that this is not true or this is true, or would you just keep silent?
I think I would come out. I would come out and show you had the funds in place, because basically they're making mud stick to you. So, like you say, the British press threw so much mud on the bid by Sheikh Jassim, doubted everything left, right, and centre, questions, and pushed and pushed and pushed. And they were all, like you say, like, what's the old term? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's what they've done with Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe and all these cronies. So I would come out and just be graciously, just show the English press for what they are. And then, like, just go away. Just go away, but knowing you've cleared your innocence, this, that, and the other. You had the funds in place, you were ready, and it just shows the greed of the Glazers. Just show the press and show the Glazers for the greedy parasites and, let's say, backstabbing journalists that they are with the press. That's all. And you can just move on. And like you say, you want to buy another football club and it comes back to bite them. That's up to them.
Yeah. What's your thoughts regarding this, Vicky?
Me? Well, you can't change the future with the past. So what does it matter? Like, it's a bit like having an ex-boyfriend. Don't need to know about it anymore. Don't need to know. Get on.
Move on. Yeah.
Or ex-girlfriend, move on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jarvis,
ex-girlfriend, sorry.
Guys, welcome to the stream, by the way. We keep forgetting Jarvis. Like, this is a serious opening statement. And, as a fans, we want what's best for the club. We've seen a lot of that's coming out, like, with the good intent, what Ratcliffe is trying to do, speaking to the staff, disclosing the plan. At the end of the day, what we're going to talk about, so stick around for this one. What is the Brailsford plan, actually, which, when it comes to performance management, is basically he's there to play the smiling assassin. Like, he's basically assessing everything and come to terms that, hey, Manchester United, you guys might lose your jobs. Like, why are we so overstaffed? So it's coming down to slashing down, not even on the player side, but also on the people there working at Carrington and, Mayfair.
First person set piece coach.
Do we believe that will happen? We had
Ragnick.
Ragnick in the house. They had their chance. He spoke out. He said we needed open heart surgery. And what did the Glazers do? Because he exposed them, they kicked him out. And now suddenly they want to have a cleanup. They want to do a surgery. No way. It's bullshit. I don't believe it. No.
Haven't they signed? Haven't Ineos agreed that with the Glaze? I read this about 2 weeks ago. They will not
slag each other off.
Yeah, basically in public, like a non-disclosure.
It's like a prenup agreement before you get married, right? I promise me, this is my vows, right?
Keep it in-house.
And is it true also in the future? Say Jassim comes back up, another Middle Eastern billionaire comes in, offers the Glazers the land of golden opportunity, whacks it on it, opens the briefcase, their eyes lit up, pound signs. Jim, sorry man, we're selling. You haven't got to say. Can that still be done?
No,
can be done. Yeah.
Once the 25% takes, and then it goes into the stock exchange where it goes down to then up to 29%. It kind of would be irreversible from then on.
So at the 25% bracket, though, it can be done. So
yeah, and but once it goes down
until it goes up. So say somebody comes in with a mega offer again, or somebody else, or Sheikh, Glazers can reverse the decision and just say give Jimmy's money back and just sell out.
Well, then we're going to go into that as well, but before we continue, let's shout out the people that's tuning in. As per tradition, Jarvis, we have a lot of legends tuning in. Lilies United is here, Sandy is saying good evening. Jeff Buzz says, who cares? More BS coming out through. 100%. Yalim Almin, what you're saying here, my friend. The problem is that the information is from the financial area, which means that it's not BS. It's very true, sadly. Yeah, but it comes from the, SEC, which is basically Rain Group and everyone in transparency. You've gone through a strategic review, so you have to submit actually the legal documentation, the overall process. And we're going to look into Swedish Rumble's tweet, which is explaining it very, very carefully, very in layman's term as well. Good evening, Neil Driscoll and Jonathan Liljeborg. How are you doing? Danny B is in the house as well. Lilies United. Milos Mitic is here. Dublin Games, big up to you as well, Dublin Games. And what do we have here as well? Madhouse as well. What would the stream would that be without the Madhouse? Gorgeous Andy Tate. Gorgeous Andy Tate. But also gorgeous Vicky. You must say that as well. Please.
Yep.
Yep. Hi, all. 100%.
What about me?
What about gorgeous Jarvis?
You mentioned those two guys, but no, those two, but not me. Come on, Mick.
Vicky, should we send him flowers?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. I mean, you can sing this Miley Cyrus song. I can buy myself
Send
flowers.
Chocolates as well. Send me some chocolates and flowers.
Yeah.
Please
Jarvis,
send me
why
one
don't you-
Snickers.
Jarvis, sing
no,
them.
the best thing I ever got sent was a football. Why don't I send you a football?
Really?
Yeah.
Jarvis, Constellation, you can sing the Miley Cyrus song. I can buy myself flowers, okay?
Well,
No. Jarvis has got to do the Taylor Swift one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only do the what's his name? The
Justin Timberlake.
Never gonna give you up.
yeah,
Rick
never
Astley.
gonna give you up.
Oh, yeah.
Rick Ashley, yeah.
Rick Astley.
Yeah, we have all the way from Serbia, Milos Mitic saying Pozdrav Vicky and Andy. It means hello to Vicky and Andy. Reggie is here as well, saying Dobro veče, Milos. Everyone becomes so multilinguistic, everyone learning languages in this community. Mark Davis, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? True about Ratcliffe and Ineos. I don't think it will work, Marks. I don't know, man. Anyway, so listen, I want to shout out everyone. This is a town hall. We have somebody from Twitter as well tuning in. Is it called Twitter? Yeah, it is X. I'm so not used to saying X. Like, what Vicky said, like it's your X.
I don't think I'll ever not call it Twitter.
It's true.
X sounds wrong. X sounds wrong. It should have stayed Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll give it a different name.
It sounds rated.
Not what it sounds.
X-rated, yeah.
X-rated.
Yeah, it sounds like there should be an age approval.
Yeah. Big up, Matty R is here as well. I'm just
Matty.
scanning the tweet, Fred Fox is here as well. Is this Jarvis Cocker of the pulp fame?
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, not exactly, but I would like to. I love Jarvis Cocker. He's a legend from the 90s. I was into the Britpop in the 90s. I went up to the festivals. I saw Pulp a lot of times. Common People, that song. That's a beautiful song. Year 2000.
Oasis,
yeah.
Blur.
Yeah.
Blur. Yeah. Anyway, big up Jamie Wayne is here. William Connolly, the usual suspects. Ian is here. Morning, everyone. It's morning where you are, Ian, 100%. For me, it's also morning. Crunk King is here as well. And where are you, Crunk King? This is Crunk King is here. It was the game, unfortunately. The Glazers never gonna to sell. It's just a distraction. Listen, guys, we have to come together as community. Every opinion counts. All we care about. I just want to have this boring takeover over the way and just move on. And it's hard to believe it. It's like you've been in an abusive relationship for 18 years, and all of a sudden something better comes along, and you are still suspect, right? And we have the right to be suspect, to sort of scrutinize everything. And now the change starts. So we have to and that's why we're careful. We don't want to go into the wrong relationship again, like Vicky.
It's like we're getting criticized for being skeptical.
Don't want to be love bombed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay to not to trust Jim Ratcliffe. You know what? I still don't trust him. I
don't trust anyone.
Media PR spin last few days. I just don't believe it. It's all just for his beneficial and to try and put some positivity out there. I'm not buying it. And there's more to him than meets the eye, as the Transformers would say. Like you say, there's fracking involved, maybe. Carrington, this, that, and the other. Who knows what he's got his greasy fingers in?
Yeah, but there's
Andy,
no good. Yeah, sorry.
Andy, do you think the new golf course is going to be right near a fracking place then?
Nope.
Well, like you say, if you want to do some fracking and tee off for half an hour near the golf place, why not? You know what I mean? Builders, that's a new trend. Builders dressed as in building gear playing golf on a lunch break. So why not?
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
it could be the new trend.
and
Might
serve
get a
some
Man
raw
United away
chicken.
kit out of it.
Yeah, and serve some raw chicken while you're at it.
It's all right. I'll stick to the driving range.
Oh, true. Crazy. Tank Sherman is here.
Man United golf jumper with Ineos written on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably that'll be on sale in the mega store.
You can see the merch inside right now.
Yeah,
Can't you?
the Man United golf range by Ineos. I can already see it, man. In association with fracking.
I can just see all the players just trying to go, oh, we'll do some field like for you, and then they all go on golf days out.
Oh God, I can see Marcus Rashford in golf pants, checkered ones, and Garnacho and all that.
Oh God.
I think Martial will own it. I think Martial would own it with the golf outfit.
Listen, everyone, thank you so much. Just golf pants all of a sudden. Yeah, there was talks about building a new training stadium facility, like, you know, to utilize the golf course, I think it was, right? They were talking about this. Yeah. So basically, first team as well. We're going to talk about that as well. Rushmain is saying here 18 months and they could sell the club to the Glazers on 30. I mean, this is the crux, right? Whoever, like, you know,
before the 29%. So they've got 18 months. Something could happen. Probably won't.
Yeah. No, listen, guys. Everyone, big up! Like, don't forget to smash the like. I can all see you. Good evening, everyone. Sim is here. Stephen Anthony's here. I'm here for you. Vicky, he's saying Stephen Anthony. Big up to you, Stephen Anthony, as well. A lot of people, we're gonna shout you out, like, you know. But I'm not going on a stealth mode, hands free. I'm gonna share this screen, guys. I'm gonna present you the Swedish Rumble's tweet, like, just to sort of give a little bit clarity. Swedish Rumble is a friend of mine. He's a friend of the channels. But when he tweets, he puts logic. He's a lawyer as well, by the way, business lawyer as well, in emergency positions.
I did read all that stuff he put out for Christmas. Just, you know, with all the list of all the paperwork with the deal. Yeah. He put it out just after, I think, Christmas Day or something. Yeah, and I did read as much as I can before my eyes fell out on the computer screen.
Okay, let me add this to the stage, guys, and let me pull this up. Right, basically, he goes very, very descriptive to say description of the events leading up to the day is very interesting. What he says: first offer from Ratcliffe was $22 per share, only regarded on controlling state of B shares, and valued the club approximately £3.5 billion. Right. Second offer from Ratcliffe on the 23rd of March regarding all the Glazers B shares, which was 60% with bought initially and the remaining 40% in the three trenches. Like, we're talking about 3 to 4 to 5 years. This March offer valued the club at 4.5 billion, and the bid did not include the A shareholders. And that's why you had that, you know, complaints regarding the, you know, the minority investors. Like, you know, you had that potential lawsuit, right? And then God continues to say, Rain continued to negotiate with Ratcliffe. This resulted in Ratcliffe on the 28th of April sending a new offer to the club, which was directly a copy of the March offer. Lol. It was direct copy, according to him. On the 19th of May, Ratcliffe increased his offer by amending the March offer through increasing the payment for the first 60% to $28 to $33 per share. And this is where it stops, $33 per share, right? At this point, the valuation reached approximately to 4.8 billion pounds, right? Now, this is interesting because then you had a period when David Hellier at, you know, Bloomberg were reporting that the bid was dead out of the water, right? So he initially put in a proposal on 60%, increased it to, you know, share price evaluation from both Class A and Class B on $33 per share. Towards the end of July, Ratcliffe returned with an alternative transaction structure, which we're seeing today regarding. Then he goes down to lower than 25% of the shares. And this is what I cannot wrap my head around, right? So basically, 19th of May, between there and at the end of July, the structure is the same, $33 per share. Instead of 60%, he goes down to 25%, right? On October 13th, the identical details of the current deal was proposed by Ratcliffe, which is the one mentioned, you know, the deviation being the rights to make transaction with the B shareholders. From this point until the entry of the agreements, the fine points were being negotiated. This must be said to have progressed a snail pace. They weren't exactly writing a Marcel Proust novel, but perhaps not odd with the glazes involved. Now, for me, I read this and I go like, okay, why would you then go here, right? When you go on the 30th, you do a new improve bid, 60%, you increase the valuation, you still keep it the same, like, but here was the report is dead out of the water, 60%, and you increase the $33 per share according to a Cayman Island fair trading. You got to buy everyone out on equal, right? And then you will go down here all of a sudden, end of July. Something happened here that he's just all of a sudden dropped down to 25%, but still on $33 per share, guys. What's your take on this, guys? Like, I want to hear from you guys in the VR room and Jarvis and Vicky and everything. This sounds a little bit strange. Like you initially go for an intention to have 60%, $33 per share, and then all of a sudden, like 2 months later, you drop it down to 25%.
I mean, was it from his own personal fortune, or was it from Ineos? Ineos had access to the books, so I don't know. Ineos makes more than Manchester United. That's been clearly stated globally as well. So I don't understand figures and all that, but it sounds fishy to me. But I really can't. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not an accountant. I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street. Is any of this legal? Absolutely not. So that's my take on it. I can only say that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I would go by the way that there was a lot of talk about bringing on debt onto Ineos. It being loaned at the time. Has that got any part to do with it? That they were talking about being a loan share, but then he said it wasn't going to have debt when they bought it because they couldn't. Or is it just because of inflation and the way the market was going?
But
maybe.
I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
We'll Jarvis, never know, but how important is it now?
No, it's not important, but I'm just saying that something happened in between, right? So, and I raised the question because we have to raise the question. Why would you go from 60%, $33 per share to 25, unless you had some agreement with the Glazers to say, like, listen, let's stay in control together. Let's do this, right? Because it's coming out, reports were coming out to say that $33 per share is what, you have to buy out all the Class B and Class A shares, right? Man. So if somebody comes in within 18 months, they all profit, like, because you have to bid over $33 per share for everything. So all of a sudden you will have your evaluation, what you're seeking for, like, which was always reported like around $8 to $10 billion, right? So this might be some agreement that I had in between, which led to, okay, you don't have to go 60%, take 25%, give us some money. And it's also reported that each glazer now gets about 970 million each right now. But where's the rest of the money going through? So, we see also the reports, the investment pledge fund from, Ratcliffe himself is going to pump in 300 million, and that's going to lower down the FFP wages and stuff like that. But something happened there in between, which pretty much might have pissed off the Qataris to say,
Mick,
look,
Mick, I don't want to interrupt, but there's a tweet just come out. I don't know. It's on Manchester United Forever, and it says, breaking, Sheikh Jassim's team are now seeking a corrective statement from MUFC's SEC filing. What does that mean? Sources close to Jassim's bid team, the filing, which is made by MUPLC, unilaterally without consulting or having to verify with other parties.
Manchester United PLC.
Refrains from discussing the most basic and inflexible facts. So I think he's just curious because of the media reporting. So he wants to correct. I think he just wants to correct it and maybe just prove something because it's there.
Okay. Right.
That's just come in the last 4 minutes.
So basically, they're calling out. They say, "Why are you lying?" Is that what you're trying to say?
It is also curious to know widespread media reporting of the inflated level of the other competition bid at a time and how it stacks up to reality. And like I say, it says Ben Jacobs at the end. So maybe it's just like clearing the air and just having one last pop at him. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Interesting.
Guys, I'm speechless.
It's slow news week, so this is why they're doing it.
I still don't know why it matters. You know, I
think from well, they're very proud country, aren't they? So when they try to go for a business deal, they usually get it, and when it's very rarely they fail.
Yeah. YouTube has done.
So
sorry.
if I do understand this correctly, so they are now seeking for clarity for the wrong filing. So they're saying this is all lies, basically, and we want to clear a name because this is not true. If I understood correctly.
This is doing the rounds in the last 18 minutes.
Oh, fair play. I mean, this fair play, and this is what I was after, you know.
If he's clearing his name, that's fair enough. Then you go with some dignity, don't you? So, yeah, you're not sticking mud on me before I go out the room.
Yeah, this was I was after, and this is what I said in the beginning. Like, you know, I would have expected. I asked you the same, Andy. Like, you know, and you said, yeah, if I was so what do you call him, Jassim, I would definitely come in and challenge and say this is not true. Because what I said, like, you know, the filing is not from the SEC. It's basically they are, you know, as a public listed company, they have to be reporting everything that's going on to the Premier League, fitness and directors owners test, but also when you're making the formal proposal to the SEC, like, you know, the New York Stock Exchange. So this is the filing.
I'm surprised the Rain Group is letting this happen.
I don't know. So this is the filing coming from Manchester United PLC saying this is what happened. So Sheikh Jassim, but my understanding here, 92 Holding Foundation, saying this is not true. We want to see the correct filings, what you are supplying, and they can actually bloody sue them, to be honest, for misinformation. Wow, this is popping off, guys. Jesus. All right. Doesn't matter.
That's what it says here. Sheikh Jassim's bid team are now seeking a corrective statement from MUFC filings. So, yeah, it's getting naughty.
The gloves are on.
I told you. Do you know what? I said this last week after the game. Can we just have a weekend when we're not playing where we're not getting ruined? Man United they're going to ruin our weekend again, aren't they? So,
Andy,
even though they're not playing.
Andy, do you not just want, you know, that little pop-up on your phone with a little Man United corner flag? Apparently we like it, you know. I like a bit of narcissism in my football group.
I'd rather have a quiet weekend with nothing Man United related. It's nice to have a quiet weekend where you can't bring you down.
Well, yeah, I'm going camping this weekend, so I'm going to be having a quiet weekend. I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere.
Fair enough. Turn off your phone.
Yeah, I'm going for the Scouts. I'm going to be free. Yeah. Anyway, but what I just don't understand is why does it have to be done like this? Like, always got to have your dirty laundry.
I don't know. This is Manchester United we're talking about. Everything that is attached to this club is printable, right? You know, it's sellable, and that's the way it's been. Even when we play shit football, like, you know, it still sells a lot of attention, right? It's weird because we haven't really won anything for a decade, like, I don't know, 10 years. Okay, we won a Carabao Cup though, right? You know, but at the end of the day, like, I'm so tired of it as a fan. Like, you know, I just want to move on. If it's a change management, yes, I can agree. But where is this Claude Blanc? Where is this Ashford coming from? Where are these people that are promising right now? So the proof will be in the pudding.
They might not come yet till the summer. This is the delay now. You can't trust and believe anything at the moment. I mean, there is a chance. Was it the test? They got past the test. It might not go through. There might be some.
You never know.
Hold up, you don't know what in this crazy football world.
I'm just waiting for another couple of photoshops of Sheikh Jassim just being a bit angry. It's gonna come up, isn't it? He's gonna be like in an airplane angry, or he's gonna be at a casino angry.
You know what? He'll land in Manchester this weekend and drive up in a Rolls Royce to Old Trafford, You know what I mean?
It's-
Banging on the door like that.
Get stuck
I
in
want
Greg's
pizza,
drive
Mr.
through.
Brailsford, please.
Right, guys. Listen, I wanna bring something to this stage, and this is something that did the runs today. It is basically like, you know, we call him Dodgy Dave, right? He's basically saying Indians preparing to make a brutal changes at Old Trafford. I don't know if you kind of read this article, but it's kind of funny. Like, you know, it's basically he's being this smiling assassin, assessing everyone at the club, and that's what I said. Like, you know, jobs will go. It's not all about the squad. It's everyone that's working at Carrington. It's on the scrutiny. So he's the smiling assassin, right? Just staring over your shoulder, right? And even to sack John Murto will cost the club money. So they might look to sort of give him another administrative job, according to this report as well, which is absolutely ridiculous. So if it's performance management, put him on the roof
and
fix the roof.
Yeah, just send him up there with some nuts and bolts and, like, you know, some filler. He can do a job maintaining the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he
but
wants to stick around, you know, I'm sure he's got an MVQ too in it.
Hmm.
He wants to clean the toilets because they always, you know, the system at Old Trafford, like they say, the overflow. Can be a cleaner. Why not?
Yeah, but if I read this article, there's nothing brutal about it. It's more brutal against the staff that's working there, because he recognized that there's too overstaffed. Like, you know, when you do performance management in HR, you're looking to optimize things, and you do the strategic review to say your job is no longer needed. We're going to save X amount of money. And they're also looking at the player squad as well, like, you know, with the inflated wage bills. So their job is to sort of trim everything down to make it lean, slim machine. So basically, why didn't the Glazers do that in the past? Would they let them do that? Will they? You know, so far that's all I'm hearing. Like, you know, they want to have a lean sporting operation sustained by relative small number of staff, and one of the first steps is to be brutal. You know, if you're going to be brutal, it's always been jobs for the boys. You know, get rid of all that.
I'll be heartbroken if they make Kathy leave.
Oh no, yeah, no, don't touch my Kathy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Jarvis, how do you find anything brutal in this?
Biscuits, there's going to be trouble, isn't there?
Yeah, well, it's not about being brutal. It's about being ruthless. You know, that's what they've been talking about, being ruthless. And you know, we have a oversized staff in Man United compared to other clubs. I think we have like 500 employees, and Man City have like 250 or something in that range. I'm not quite sure, but I'm not saying that a lot of those people are doing a bad job. We are a big club. There's a lot to organize, but maybe we could save some money by cutting down on the staff a little bit. That wouldn't be too bad. And I just want to go back a little bit when you talked about the timeline in the tweet from Swedish Rumble. Something happened between middle of May until middle of June. You said, and yeah, we can speculate that something dodgy happened, or we could also say from the other side that Sir Jim understood that the Glazers didn't want to sell full sale, and he just used his business, I would say, shrewdness, and figured out a deal that they would take anyway. So it's hard for us to say because we don't have all the evidence, and you know, I just want to try to keep it balanced.
True that. Now, guys, everyone that's tuning in, sorry, like, you know, I have to remind you this right now, 130 watching right now live. You know how important it is that you do smash that thumbs up. You burn extra calories by doing so. It's free, and don't be like the greedy Glazers. You know, thumbs. If you have 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know.
Doesn't it? Just takes a second.
Yeah, smash that like.
To do a tap. To do a tap, it takes a second.
Yeah. You're getting some beautiful comments for your eyebrows, Vicky. Like, people like your eyebrows.
Oh well, my cubs, they're scared of my eyebrow because I can't shower at them. So I just lift my eyebrow and then they just stop. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about the I did a video once with Rich Sports once, and it was just talking about how they brought in someone to basically be the middleman of Murto and the press, and it was just like they were bringing all these extra people, and it looked like it was meant to be a positive thing. And at the time, Paul Mitchell was coming back, like started doing the talks into coming into Manchester United, but obviously hadn't. And I'm just thinking there was just lots of middlemen they were like putting into
Consultants.
just up in like the middle area. So if they've getting rid of them, because I don't think they've really helped, that good riddance.
Yeah, no.
And definitely get rid
Listen.
of the set piece coach. Wow.
Yeah. Listen, I worked in this in this intermediate industry, and he's a nice guy. What people saying is always a nice guy, but very incompetent. Like what he does. So yeah, he does tend to bring in a lot of consultancy work, like to get it done. But at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. Like you can look back on the 2 years of result what he's been recruiting, the 3 years. It's been shambolic, right? And everything in the January summer window is already been pre-planned ahead, like because there's always a meeting going ahead. But we're going to talk about this potential why they're selling out the youth and the assets, because that's this pure income for them as well. But he can't even make deals. Like we go back on the Anthony deal, overpaid it, like with I would say 70 million maximum. We could have got it for 25, but he was sitting there like to the end of the transfer window. They was trying to big him up that there are changes, like we got a sporting director, but it's actually a Glazer appointed one, to sort of cock block, sorry to say this word, the manager in a way. I'm sorry to say this word in front of you, but that is actually the truth, because you can always look at, did the manager get his first target? Yes. But did we overpay? Yes, we did. 100% we did, right? So the word on the street is what's saying that he's going and he's actually begging for his job, and to get rid of him is going to cost money, and everyone makes money as well. The severance package for Richard Arnold is way, like, I think it was over 2 million almost for him to leave. So everyone is profiting, right?
Yeah, so I think everybody who's going to be removed will get, what is it, redundancy money, and that's going to take up a lot of it. Going to cost you to clear. If you've got 500 staff and you want to clear it to 250 at the latest, so it's going to cost you. I mean, even then, they'll trim the ticket office as well. That, like I say, heard a lot of bad rap today about the ticket office, Mick, as well today with the allocation for the FA Cup tie against Newport. Seen a lot of fans upset, and it seems the people who are entitled to the tickets are now being pushed back, so it allocated to other people. So maybe, they're not. When you have a season ticket, you have a window to apply for a season ticket, to apply for away tickets. But that window now has been taken away because they don't know the ticket allocation. They think they've got 1,800 tickets. And I don't think any of them are going to match day going fans. Oh, little cat.
Oh, yo, look at that one. Oh.
That's why I had to go. He was there at the window going, let me in, let me in. He smells of smoke. But this is Rio.
Rio. This is Rio, the famous Rio.
Yeah. Yeah, I had his twin, bless him, died away, but she was called Vida. She was.
Oh, Vida, yeah.
Those were my two favourite.
Yeah. I told you about last week. We took care of a stray. We took him to the vet. We, cured him, and then he got healed, and he just want to go out again. So he's basically in the neighborhood now, meowing because it's the heating season. So he just wants to, you know what I mean? Boom, boom.
Oh, I blue balled him. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we go out and feed him. We feed all the strays around here. So it's it's what we do. But you know what? The first person, according to what Ineos, the reporting is saying, it's to be brutal, is to get rid of the, the John Murtos and the job for the boys, Darren Fletcher. Nobody knows what Darren Fletcher does that. Like, no pedigree CV whatsoever, playing technical directors. So I'm up for it, guys. I'm up for it. So be it. As what you said, like, what does it matter? Well, it matters for the future, right? It matters where we are heading. Right now, we're seeing glimpses what they want to do. I kind of understand that, yes, we need to trim that wage bill down to maximum 200 per player. You know what I mean? And you got to start down from the youth. And this is something that I want to bring up to the table as well, because we've seen the, loan deals going out now for Alvaro Fernandez, Pelistri, with an option to buy. but
Hannibal's done as
Hannibal,
well.
yeah, Hannibal. But they're part of the plan, so they want to sort of retract them to this summer, right? Because if they retract them to this summer, if they get good development with the minimum in the contract to say you play minimum 50% in this loan spell, that means you get development, right? So this is performance management. And if you bring him back, that means that we will bring you back to the summer and we will assess the situation, and we might spend less in the summer because you're part of
Yeah,
the,
because
you know,
it's if midfielders go, Scott McTominay's gone, he goes,
Gone,
then we've got
gone.
Hannibal as a ready-made replacement.
Yeah. So there you go. So it's a generational makeshift what we're seeing right now, because this academy players I haven't seen for such a long time, since maybe arguably since 92. Like, you know, this, we have a similar academy now growing up. Okay, you only keep the ones that are golden generation, that, you know, that you believe that they're going to make an impact, right? Kobe Maino is there, Dan Gore Jr. 100%, Aaron Hansen, you know, Alvaro Fernandez. You know, they put a sort of a buyout clause or whatever they call it, like optional to buy for 20,000 and 20 million, sorry. But at the end of the day, they're going to retract them back, right? So
Well,
I
hope
see that.
so.
Yeah. So I see this as a generational makeshift, and I can see that, okay, if you understand what the mission statement is, what they want to do, performance management is to trim everything down, to slim it down to a lean sporting operation, then you will bank on these players to come back and pay them less wages. Like, you know, 50,000 is what Garnacho is on at the moment. You know, you will not pay more than 150 with KPIs involved, right? And slowly get those high wage bill earners. Not even, nobody safe, not even Rashford is what I heard as well.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I cannot trust that. You know what I mean? That is an asset. I mean, how are you going to shift? Who's going to pay them wages?
I don't know.
If you shift him, who's going to shift him? So I don't believe, I don't trust it. It's like, you know, I'm gonna, when you were talking before about youngsters and that and the wages, I was coming back Sunday from the match, walking back to the car with my dad, and some United fan were talking. He knows, you know, Gore that you mentioned. He knows Gore's dad, and his dad's really angry with the way he's not getting a sniff. You know, he may be loaned out as well. And I heard this on the street, walking away from the ground, and I spoke to the guy, and he said, "Yeah, I'm friends with his dad, and his dad's not happy, and the kid's not happy either." I mean, to hear that walking up a normal street in Manchester, and I heard a few things about Marcus Rashford, which I won't go into, but as well. So it's yeah, I think it's common knowledge around. It's a small world but a big city, and you hear little drips and drabs from fans who know people, and it gets passed on. So yeah, I know. Like you say, I heard that Sunday, and I was quite shocked when I heard that.
Yeah, I mean, look at this guy though. He looks like a ruthless Hector Salamanca. Like, you know, he's like, you know, the smiling assassin. So he's watching everyone. Nobody's safe according to this brute.
He's a Gru. He's got his minions going. He's
Gru?
a Gru, innit? He's a Gru. The two Grus. Tomorrow we take the moon.
Oh God, Dodgy Dave and the
tomorrow, Manchester. Next week, the world. You know what I mean?
I don't know, guys. There's 60 likes, 122 watching. Please, if there's 122, make sure that everyone smashes the like so we get over 100 likes. Listen, it's Gru. You know, it's me, Gru, right? At the end of the day, Vicky, listen, the proof will be in the pudding until it's eaten, right? That's a saying, right? So all we can do right now is just brace ourselves and hope for better, like, you know, and just accept it for what it is. And just, you know, we have the right as a town hall community to criticize everything that we see right now, because it is too good to believe until everything is in place right now. But one thing that I know that works in HR is change management. That, you know, it doesn't come easy. Like, you know, there's a lot of things that needs to be assessed. And if you think that this is going to happen overnight, no, hopefully within 18 months, everything should be in place. Like, because we've been crying out for a proper foundation, build it all the way up to the roof, appoint the right people. And I don't know, I feel lost at the moment. I don't have anything to say, because all I want to do is watch football. I'm tired of this, right? I want to see my boys play. and I want to see week in, week out good performances. That's what we're here for, right?
All you kind of want to hope for right now is just things to take its time. But the one thing that Man United fans can't do, one thing media can't do, one thing that I probably can't do is just accept patience and time. And there's so many individual things that need to be resolved. You don't know, technically it's like unwrapping Christmas lights where they're just all tangled up. You don't know where to start. And it's just like, let's just go through the process, as like Eric Ten Hag would always say.
Trust the process.
Follow the process, and just go from there. I think it will be like, it is just going through like an emergency which way you go. And I feel that they've got some really good people technically that haven't been confirmed that are coming forward. Sir Dale Braceford is actually, I've listened to him quite a bit in interviews. I'm actually quite a fan. So I'm quite happy with that one. He the way he gets obsessed with everything but relationships is good, because that's what I don't need in life, is more media about. We're going to see just so much media left, right and centre of like what shoes they're wearing, if they're all wearing matching shoes and stuff like that. And it's going to be there in the press, and you're going to go, yeah, but are they sorting Man United out? Are they doing that?
Andy, Laurie Whitwell is going to go out there, have a field day. He's going to have a meal out of this round.
Oh yeah. Like you say, you wanted a quiet week and a quiet weekend. We ain't getting it, thanks to Ben Jacobs and his little tweet. And now, like you say, it's getting dirty, isn't it? It's getting dirty off the field with the boardroom issues. So I don't know what the future brings. Like you say, we'll probably have an Ineos fashion range within the next 6 months. Have an official Ineos fashion shirt. You know what I mean? You want to look like a builder.
Bob the Builder. Listen, guys, for me, it comes to the point that I don't give a flying rat's ass about them at the moment. I'm tired of this. Like 12 months I've been covering this. I'm just like, whatever. I just want to let the football do the talking. That's all I want. Let the football do the talking. I don't care what you guys are doing, what you're spinning. I just want to see football. I want to see, like, I don't want to sit here week in, week out, like, we're talking about there's no style of play. Well, maybe, Jarvis, we can talk about that as well. Like, maybe he tried, we saw the first season Ten Hag tried to play his possession-based football, but then he realized that these bunch of idiots, with overpaid, inflated pompadoms, can't play this intensity football. So what do they know best? Yeah, they know to sit back, park the bus, and hit him on the brake. So this is what he's trying to do right now. Isn't it?
No, it's not what we're trying to do. Absolutely not. We're not sitting back and trying to hit him on the break. We're trying to press high and hit him on transition all the time. We never take the ball down and pass it in between us so we can set up a formation, set up a style. So we never have the time. We rush it. We rush the attack all the time, and we keep and the problem is we keep losing the ball. So we always get caught out of position. In the wrong place, and we saw it yet again against Spurs. The second goal in the 46th minute, we press high with 4 guys. We're up 2-1. One pass from inside the 18-yard box from Spurs up to the winger, and we were fully exposed. We had just four defenders, the back 4 line, plus Mainu, who were tracking back. And yeah, Bruno and Eriksson came late. Same with Garnacho, but it happens all the time. So that's a tactical problem from Ten Hag. He's trying to reinvent the wheel. He's trying to figure out some smart master plan that Pep don't try, and Jurgen Klopp don't try, and all the best managers try. But Ten Hag thinks he have the solution. But for me, I think it's on Ten Hag and his tactics, because it's not working, and he should have seen it and adjusted his tactic. We have been doing this now for 6 months almost. And the same goals reoccur all the time. Saw it against Brighton, saw it against Bayern Munich, saw it against Spurs. We see it all the time. They come around, they take us off balance, and the cutback pass straight in the box and score. So yeah, it's not working, and I don't believe for 1 second that Ten Hag will turn this around, even if we have the players back, because he won't adjust his style. He will still try to play this 3-1-6 formation and pressing high, pressing without the cost, you say. We just press and we are easily overplayed and get caught out of balance and position.
But Vicky, I mean, we don't press anymore. I mean, Jarvis is talking about that high press. Lately, we don't see any presses, and we don't play out of the back. And what's the purpose of having an Onana that's not really playing out of the back? Is what we're seeing is just long ball hoof up, right? You know, so I don't see it. Like, and I don't see what is the identity at the moment. I don't see, you know, any game reaction management from the manager itself. Wrong substitutions, just playing the devil's advocate. But I want to hear your opinion as well. Do you agree what Jarvis is saying, or?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's just Erik ten Hag's just dealing, like he says, like his job's 24/7 right now, and he's not normally used to doing this. He's not. But to be fair, when everybody keeps on talking about all the transfers and like all the like players that he's wanted in, probably because he's had no sporting director, he's got no Van der Sar to rely on, and I think, you know, with him being so thorough, so methodical, and everything like that, I think that he's always sort of thought about himself that he could handle it all. I don't think he realised what he was walking into, but he has walked into it, and then he thought he could handle it and things like that. I think he's been asking for like McLaren and people like that to sort of being more helpful, because obviously Aaron was been there, done that. But at this moment in time, there is no really state of play, because you don't know which Man United team you're going to get. You just don't get it. Bruno is a bit lost. And I think most of the time that really does happen. And I know people do like McTominay because he scored goals, but because he keeps going up in the high line and just not defending at all in the midfield, this is where it, you know, I actually was like trying to enjoy the Spurs game, because I knew that Spurs were going to hold most of, like, they were going to be the better team and everything like that. And I thought, well, I knew what I was walking into. And I did actually say a draw personally myself, but and that's just because I was trying to be realistic. But the one thing I was like, when I saw Erik ten Hag, who's putting on the team players that he does trust, in my eyes, that when he put McTominay on, I went, well, I don't know about the rest of this game. And then what did we have? Like, straight off the bat, we lost a goal. And
yeah, this seems to be the problem, Andy, as well. Like, Andy, you go to like all the homegoing, you know, at Old Trafford, you go to the matches, and what you're seeing is what you see. Like, it's different from the TV, right? But one thing that is a common denominator is what, you know, we don't have the capability to hold on to a lead, right? It's happened many times, like, and especially at home. Yeah.
If you look at two goals on Sunday, United did not press after getting the initiative twice. Sat back, invite. Spurs controlled that game after each goal was scored by us. Like you say, the keeper played out from the back, give the ball to Garnacho, he couldn't make it, ball goes out for the corner. Corner comes in, Freda. That keeper shouldn't have been on the pitch because he delayed his flight, and now he kicked off and he missed his game and now he's tired and he's kicked off. Well, that's on you, Unana. That's on you, mate. You're creating your own problems for your own back, and you have to deal with them. That's your problem. You should have been on the plane and let another keeper come in. That goal is on him. He shouldn't have even been in that position. So, on the second goal, Delo just invite the pass, split down the middle. Delo was he's like, go past me. It just went past him, hit it, and maybe even the keeper should have kept it out as well. So it's just like you say.
Something tells me that
the reaction when it went to 2-2 is still 40 minutes, and you think it will press like Aston Villa, but they didn't do it. We got scraps. What did we get? A 94th minute Scott McTominay header, 6 yards out of the Stretford end. He puts that either side. It's a different story. So when he brought Eriksson off and put McTominay on, the midfield's non-existent again.
Yeah. I'm gonna park what you're saying there, because I'm gonna come back, because I want to respond to what Vicky was mentioning, a very interesting point. You know, she looks at, like I do, like from a 360 holistic perspective. Like you look at different root cause analysis, and I applaud you for doing that, because that's what I do too. And I can acknowledge that, the confidence goes all the way from the board to down below to the to the dressing room, 100%, because there's no confidence, there's no leadership, there's a lot of things that's been going on as a manager, right? Your job is just to assemble the squad, lead the coaching staff, XYZ, but you've been dealing with everything, all the shitstorm that's coming around with Manchester United 23, 24, with all the scandals and everything. So I can see that everyone is kind of lost a little bit belief, or I don't know, confidence, or what it is, because the manager style play, what I saw in the first season, was a totally different style of confidence and different swagger. But you can see now there's this I don't know, there's this like, I'm afraid to do a mistake, but I keep doing the same mistake over and over again, right? And I only play the players that I trust, and those that I don't trust, the player power, this is the ones that I kind of abolish at the moment. That's the way I see it, but it's not working, right? So it's that typical thing, like what you say, that it's the mad professor doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Like, so he has to change. He has to change his in-game management and see what's going on, because if you look at Pep, what Pep is doing, what Klopp is doing, they're very vocal on the sideline, screaming, shouting, directing, the Serbi, everything, but not him, right? So he turns to Mitchell van der Gaag, they're all whispering, talking to each other, nothing happens, right? So you see, like, okay, what difference does it make to put in an Anthony Dos Santos in the 87th minute to sub out Rashford in that minute? Doesn't make any sense, right? That's what I want to say. And the other thing, Andy, what you were saying is, well, I just want to come back to you, because Old Trafford at the moment, like, I feel sorry for every match-going fan. They're paying expensive tickets. People are traveling from South America, South Africa, just for this game experience. Players are letting you down. You're the consumers of the game, right? Yeah. So
my friend John Shin and his two friends, they
John
flew
Shin,
in from New York.
John Shin.
I met him on Sunday after the game. They flew
Did
all
you?
the way from
Lovely guy.
Queens, New York. JFK, great guy, great, and his friends.
Yeah.
And to watch that, and it was very disappointing.
100%. What I'm trying to say there is,
I'm taking my son up in the 4th. My 4 yet. I'm taking my son and my friend up. So, which
West Ham.
Yeah. I took him to his first ever Man United game, and that was at the Emirates this season. And I fell in love with Onana. So I know not your style, Andy, but fell in love with Onana.
No, I still love him, but you have to be held accountable of your mistakes. That's all.
You have to.
I am not judged to bear. I'm still backing him. But
and then the Garnacho one, and bless him. We were so hot. It was so hot. And when he saw the Garnacho one, because everyone at his school, they are not Man United fans, but when he was like, he loves Onana, and he loves Garnacho. So those two both broke.
The Rasmus Højlund 1-0 game, 1-0 goal was absolutely smasher perler, but that was never supposed to be like his goal, because you saw that Rashford was cutting inside, trying to shoot himself, and they almost collide, and by accident, it was a back flick and he just took it. That was beautiful, the celebration as well. But Andy, I want to come down to match going fans and people and expectations, because at the end of the day, when you look at it, people will say, oh well, they're not playing for the manager, they're down tooling, and actually you're letting down the fans, right? You're down tooling the fans. That's what I want to say, because I'm tired of watching this shit. And that's what I say. I just want to see results on the pitch, right? Everyone can sort of echo what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, Andy, if I use an analogy, right? You invite Spurs to your house. Your house is your castle, right? You have all your prized belonging, your Xbox, your Star Wars collection, everything, right? You do?
Oh, yeah. Basically, Spurs came in, made themselves at home, and told me to put the kettle on.
Yeah, you put your kettle on, you show them around, and you sit down with Ange Postecoglou, while you're sitting there having coffee, biscuit, and tea with Angie. All they they go around and rob all your belongings, like all your Star Wars collection, everything. Once it's done, you see them out of the door and say, "Thank you for your visit. Please come back again."
Yeah. Basically, they dictated everything on Sunday. From after each goal we scored, and they just ran the show. And that's if they had a bit more about them, Spurs could have basically got the 3 points. You know what I mean?
But Andy, did you expect anything different?
No, because it feels like now the excuses are ready to roll out already. They've got the excuse book for the next 3 or 4 months. So it's like I can't get excited anymore, Vicky. I really can't get excited about this team. That Villa game, that was like the old days, right? I loved it, but 2 days later, Nottingham Forest, and it's typical United. I only get it in when I feel connected. I went Sunday, and when you get that feeling, it was there for a few minutes, and I thought, God, I love being here. Before kickoff in the build-up, I love being here. Then it's like the veil closes on you, and you're watching not what you want to watch. Because, like I say, I was with my dad, and I'm watching. I'm not watching what I want to watch. I know we all want what we want to watch, and this ain't it. This ain't it at all. And I crave for the days. I just want to be. I say not like Fergie days, but I like the old days. Even you know what I mean. Fight, push, give everything, and it's like Ten Hag said they give everything on Sunday. No. You didn't, lads. You didn't. No. Deluded.
But
Listen,
I can't do a super chat, but if I could, I would. I just want to know, are you looking forward to the fact that Martinez is back and the fact that Casemiro is coming back? Do you feel like the fact that everything's going to come together more at the back, which is going to be more consistent, with a little bit more with Mainu and possibly Casemiro in the middle, that you're going to see like a start of play? Do you see some light at the end of the tunnel for this season? Because I kind of do.
Yeah, I do.
Our next 4 games are Wolves, West Ham, Gavna, I think Fulham, and there's a FA Cup game in between, and we've got a Manchester derby. So if you can get some form going between now and that Manchester derby, and you get the players back, I'll be happy, because we're playing the teams in and around us in that top 6 now, and then we have to win. We have to win them games now. We have to get maximum 12 points. Aston Villa, that was it. We've got Aston Villa as well.
We have to. I have
City on the horizon.
Yeah, I have one. I started soul searching and asking everyone a question: how do you feel to be a Manchester United 2024? And echoing what you're saying, it is like, I have one video that I love to use, and this is how I feel at the moment. It's madness, isn't it, guys? Sorry for that. We have a super chat coming.
Super chat.
Big up Jonathan Liljeberg for a super chat all the way from Sweden. 20 Swedish crowns.
Sorry, I was going to bring something, but
yeah, basically big up to you, Jonathan. Thank you for the donation. Love this channel. Big up VR Room, and 100% love United, hate the Glazers. And also we have John Marlowe has been a member for 2 months as well. There was another one called I'm not going to read, Number One MILF Hunter. My God, what a name. Member for 4 months as well. So big up for you for sticking with the channel as well. And I mean, I was saying that it is so frustrating, because I know on paper we can do better if you look at that squad, and I know what you're saying there, Vicky. I have hopes because I miss Licha, and I saw what Licha meant when he came in, that shit bag, don't take BS for anything, chop legs. I miss Licha. And of course, Varane, because if you look at last season, that was the Bermuda Triangle. You had Varane, Licha, and Casemiro forming that partnership. And there is, at least I can see some good performance. I hope so, but it's always the hope that kills you, right? Jarvis, what you saying, my friend?
Yeah.
Any glimmer of hope?
I was just addressing Julio's comment. He said, "I would like to take this moment and appreciate Jarvis' setup in what looks like a really small office. I need that in my house. Good small office. Yeah, thanks, Julio. Julio is one of the
This is my
presenters
office. It's called the sofa.
So
Is it all for
The
United
classic.
and Devil's Advocate podcasts?
Yeah, he's on with me on the Devil's Advocate. Yeah,
Great guy, great guy.
yeah,
So,
really great
Julio,
guy.
do send me a message when you want me to come on as a guest on your channel. That would be
Yeah,
lovely.
100%, guys.
Yeah.
100%.
And I just want to say we are on 74 likes at the moment, so there's almost 130 people watching. So if everybody could help us out, it's tough times for
Please press the
YouTubers.
like button.
It's
Please.
all
It
those
does help a lot.
commercial channels, big channels, Sky and whatever, spewing out the propaganda. When you have channels like us, we at least try to keep it real, try to speak from the heart, and share our opinion. So it will help us out. Take that phone up or on your computer.
Yeah.
Raise your finger
that
and
like.
press it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really helps
and
out.
another thing is, I'm sitting here. It is 5 a.m. in the morning, 10 past 5. So that is pure passion and pure patriotic red to sit here and talk to you guys, because it's a town hall meeting with every voice matters, every opinion matters. Yeah, we can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to find a balanced approach and find some positivity, right? I don't want to sit here and say Ten Hag out or this and that, and be negative and be toxic, because at the end of the day, I want to win at all costs. I don't want us to sort of park the bus right now and close the shop. I want to see performances. We have FA Cup, right, coming up very soon. We have, what you say, a tough run of fixtures. Like, now is the time. Of course, we bottle it. 2-2 should have been a win. 2-1, 2-0. We couldn't protect that. But hopefully we'll learn something from that, guys. I don't want to sit here like me and Jarvis, we sit here and press record post-match reaction show. You know how hard it is? It's terrible.
Terrible.
Right?
You feel
your emotions,
you feel the FA Cup is favourable.
I find it very therapeutic.
It is.
I always go on. I'm like, I'd rather do post show than I'd rather do that than pre-match. So
yeah, post-match is good, but I always say never. I always say to never let my fear and emotion clog my judgment, and it does. When we lose, I'm such a bad loser, guys. I can't help it. I'm trying to.
Why have you not got used to it yet?
Because I love this club so much, man. Seriously, you kind of get heartbroken, and then you soak for 2-3 days, but then you get giddy again, because it's kind of delusional fan. You got to like, oh, it's match day. We're gonna smash them. Yeah, we're gonna do this. But that's
the
like
weird
going
thing,
to war.
isn't it? Like, you'll spend the whole week sort of even almost dreading it, and then just before you'll go, I'm sorry, you'll go, oh yeah, actually, maybe not, Andy.
Yeah, I think mentally, I've already written off the Manchester derby at the Etihad. You know what I mean? Because I can switch off from that game. I can go I can just go off the grid for the weekend. Yeah. And if we get beat, we get beat. I can switch off even in the week preceding it. So I don't expect anything from the Manchester derby. They've already got the excuses ready.
I have no expectations.
That's my opinion.
Me personally, I don't have any. I don't have any expectations. But this season reminds me of the season when Solskjaer got sacked and we got Ragnick, because we never kicked on, right? And it kind of feels the same. We never kicked on. Like, where's the run coming from? Last season, we were all like going on a winning streak, 13 in a row, 12 in a row. There was all positives. Like, we were winning. We won the FA Cup. We were going deep into all the cup competitions. And
more
this
clean
season,
sheets than a laundrette.
Yeah. And this season is just like, nothing is happening. We're not kicking on yet as of yet. We have so much injuries. And now what you're saying, Vicky, a little bit positivity, Mason Mount, everything. We haven't even seen what Mason Mount is all about. Like 7 appearances so far, XYZ. So at least finish strong, guys. Finish strong. Like, show some pride for the club. Make me happy. Make me fall in love with you again.
Can I ask if you would prefer, I'm going to say top 5. That's like top 5 is going to be a thing. Would you rather have top 5 or an FA Cup final?
Both.
Okay,
I
brilliant.
want the FA Cup. I'd rather have the FA Cup, man. Last season, and I'd rather settle a score, and I'm trying to right or wrong that was done last May. FA Cup trophy. If Ten Hag does it, he's still maintaining a trophy.
A trophy.
So a trophy. Look, you say, if we finish where we are, if we finish 7th, it's Europa Conference, and wow, that's lowest of the low. No disrespect to it, but if you finish 8th or 9th, win the FA Cup, so be it.
FA
Andy,
Cup
are we
win.
going to get a second charge? We're going to win the FA Cup.
No. All I can say is this round, the next round, it's a favourable draw because obviously Tottenham are playing Manchester City, Chelsea are playing Aston Villa, Fulham are playing Newcastle. Already, West Ham got knocked out last night.
That was
Luton won. Nottingham Forest are beating Blackpool. I think Crystal Palace lost to Everton tonight as well. So, I mean, if City go out, wow, it opens up the FA Cup. It really does.
Yeah. Speaking about City, though, I want to transition over to something like there was something that I read today that the delivery of the 115 so-called FFP charges is happening next week, right? And it's going to be in closed doors with no media, nothing. This is a little bit suspect to me. Why it's like closed door for secrecy?
How do they get away with that?
I don't know.
No, there's something dodgy there, man. There's something dodgy. Didn't they do something the same with UEFA when they had that meeting? The charges, there was no press allowed in. I'm sure they did that with the UEFA
there
charges
was
as well. No press access.
There was arbitration of sports in Switzerland, and UEFA is different rules. Yeah, Lausanne. Yeah, so they all what they did was to overappeal, like kicking that until the timestamp bar was kind of passed, so they cannot overappeal. Yeah,
but
with the Premier League is you can't, right? So the hearing sorry, Vicky.
You'll be seeing Pep Guardiola playing tennis with some government person next week.
Yeah, I could see Pep Guardiola on the steps of 10 Downing Street with a petition. I could really see that if they get done next week. So the hearings, the first hearings next week with City.
Yeah, it's gonna be delivered, and they're gonna have it in closed doors. 115 charges. So if you see the cracking down on Everton and other players like Chelsea, I mean, what about Chelsea? Like, they did a madness. They can't get away with 115 charges. Unbelievable if they do, right? But closed doors for secrecy, what I read as well, like, because it's sensitive information.
Sensitive. Oh man, I know their emails were hacked, but if the proof is there that they've done wrongdoing, why are you trying to have it hush hush? They were hacked. It was wrong. Fair enough. But if the proof was there, no, it's not real. But the charge sheet there, man.
It's all out. The evidence is out there. Sorry, Vicky. Yeah, I just want to say fast that the evidence is out there. We saw the Rui Pinto leaks with the Spiegel. The emails are out there. We know that Man City, they took money and covered it up as a sponsorship money. That their owners just injected straight into the club. We know that they gave money besides the salary to Roberto Mancini. There's a lot of things that's out there, and haven't it been for these leaks, we wouldn't have known. But we all know this. So City have cheated. It's on paper. So, but will they be judged for it or I don't know. I don't think so either, because there's something. Why would it take this amount of time? And they can deduct Everton 10 points like this. What's going on? Something fishy is going on.
Isn't it because it's 115 charges, but 46 different categories?
Yeah, but basically it's like 25 charges for each season. So basically,
Yeah,
it's the same.
but it's
thing as
115, but 46 different categories and resolving around 4 different countries. Yeah, it's a lot. And
Yeah,
they just keep denying it.
Well, they're the powerhouse at the moment.
They'll deny it and appeal it and appeal it and appeal it, and they'll drag it out and drag it out. And by the time, if they are found guilty, Pep's gone, that team's dismantled, and like you say, they'll throw the book at him.
Yeah, but also, that's the one thing that it looks like Everton won't do, is that the fact that they're working with, rather than doing what Chelsea are doing and just going, no. But saying that, I'm not very far behind Man United.
But
everybody's got top lawyers. Everyone's got top lawyers.
Everton collaborated all the way through, so they were just shocked with the result. And
so
what you see,
have Man City actually worked with the Premier League on this, or have they worked against them?
No, nothing.
Yep. Listen, big up Jarleman. Yeah, listen. There's something from Jarleman. One of our members is saying the difference between Everton and City is that Everton let the league have all the information. City are given the league nothing at all, which means that they have to prove everything, which takes time. So basically, they're not giving anything. So you have to dig and dig and dig. And this is what you're saying: kicking down, prolongating. But I mean, it's got to come there. Everyone knows what they've been doing, right? The leaks, the information is there. I mean, I'm just furious because at the end of the day, we've seen empty heart is empty heart, right? And you're declaring more profits than Manchester United and, in the top 4 clubs in the world. Like, you're making mega revenues from what? From what?
Yeah.
Right.
But I think something we all need to think of is that Abu Dhabi and Sheikh Mansour, they are a state. I don't know, maybe even the British government is putting pressure on the FA not to penalize City, because something it's all about money, when it comes to the top, and it's a lot of millions and billions.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's okay.
That's cheating then. Yeah, what message are you sending? So you're basically penalizing Everton for collaborating, but you're giving the soft hand because of political issues or because of financial issues. I mean, that's damn. I don't like it anyway, guys. Anyway, what you guys saying in the VR room? Good evening, everyone. I can see Footy Live is here as well.
Hey,
PL,
hi,
can
Tom.
you read this? Hi, Tom. I don't have my reading glasses on either right now. I'm tired.
Oh, I've done so much reading tonight.
Mick, you can have mine.
Oh, thank you. No, I can read it. PL have guidelines in principle with clubs regarding internal investigations, ensuring that the club's finance data and firewall is protected for its future growth and relationships with clubs. That's what Footy Life is saying. Tom, big up Tom as well. Listen, I'm tired. I just want to see blatant. Yeah, Vicky.
Do you know what City reminds me of? Every new dating revelation. Just the new new of what, you're not just going out with someone, you're seeing someone, you're talking to someone, you're doing all this sort of stuff. It's just a new format, and it's just nothing's
Tinder.
easy anymore.
A new Tinder.
You just can't love something. You can't love your football team anymore because it comes with so much gas.
It does. It's all about money nowadays. Listen, guys, I just want to bring this to the stage as well, because briefly, guys, I caught this today and it caught my eyes because Manchester Evening News came out to say FFP boost and buyback clauses. Manchester United new smarter youth transition policy explained. I don't know if you read this article. It's basically telling why we are doing what we're doing, and it's a smart move. And it comes down to the talking about all the loans and buyback options and everything, which is meaning to, I want to highlight here, says there is also another element with all of this FFP. It prevents, but selling academy players is hugely beneficial to the club from a financial fair play perspective, because the profit on the sale is purely classified as income. A player from the academy typically doesn't require a transfer fee, or they do. They tend to receive relatively low compensation in amounts. It means if you sell an academy player for £10 million, then your books then on your books it will be 10 million on your instant profit, and that is what you're seeing right now. Jarvis, have you read this?
Yeah, I've read this, and you know, Chelsea has been doing this for a lot of years, and that's how they operate their business, and in a way, it doesn't sound like the Glazers doing business like this. So I would suspect that someone is telling them how to do it, and maybe Ineos is already in-house and speaking to them how they want the future to lay itself out.
This doesn't
And
say
yeah,
like the
I
Glazers, so.
can't say I'm happy about selling the youth, but in another way, we are doing some good deals, I would say, like this with Alvaro Fernandez. We have a buyback clause. We have them. They need to buy him if he plays 50% of the games, and we will have money coming in. So in a way, it's a way to finance the club. So and we have a good academy. And how many academy players really come into the first team? When you look at it, how many have come into the first team in the last 10 years? There's not that many. We have had 2 this season with Garnacho and Mainu. But that's not the rule. That's the exception. So yeah, I would say I'm positive to it, but we need to be smart when we do these deals, and leave a little chance that we can bring them back if they become a success.
But also, it's also like, you know, yeah, it's lower down the wage bill in total if you're not going to play your first team football. So it makes sense to sort of get them development in top clubs like Sevilla, like, you know, Benfica, XYZ. Yeah, actually, why are you loaning a player for their own? It's your asset. So you want to sort of make sure that they go out and develop. So when they come back in the summer, they're ready to jump in the first team, right? So I want to see good moves. I don't want to see them going to like, now we've seen Palistri, like they're talking to Granada, like because we're pulling out, you know, Alvaro Fernandez from Granada.
Yeah, but I just want to say, when it comes to you talked about Dan Gore in the beginning, you know, and when Andy mentions that he's not happy, his dad is not happy, I can fully understand that, because he's like a super talent, and you can't develop as a footballer playing Premier League 2 football with the under 21s. That level is like training level. It's not good enough. You need to be to compete in the top leagues in a good club and play against grown-ups, I would say. So we should try to get a deal. And also with the Isaac Hansen, we had the same. He was out. He was
Gems.
Yeah, he wasn't happy. He didn't get the game time that he was expecting. So yeah, lend them out. Let them try themselves. Get some air under their wings and fly.
Wasn't Dan Gore being asked to have a bit more muscle strength? He was asked to gain a bit more muscle.
But that comes with age, you know, and but you need experience.
But Dan Gore is staying. Dan Gore is not going anywhere. He's staying put, right?
Yeah.
How do you know that? How do you know
we
that?
don't know that.
As of yet.
I mean, I see some. Well, they say Dan. The guy said to me, Dan Gore, like you say, his dad's not happy. He's fed up with Rashford, Dan Gore's dad, because he's like he wants his son to get that chance. I'm going to say Rashford is like it's like player power, you know, that sort of angle. You know, like you say, the mega stars. Like you say, the kids are not going to get a look in because of because it's still player power there.
Yeah, unless you have
what I see a hammer come down on them in the summer.
No, what I want to come down to, unless you have a clear path and development plan for Dan Gore and all these kids that you have sat down and spoken to, you know, you are part of my first team plans. Go out and play. But Dan Gore, you stay here. I want to utilize you in the squad for the remaining of the season. We don't know if those conversations have been taking place. Same with Isak Aron Hansen as well. There was reported that they are negotiating, like, you know, because he also wants to, you know, a sniff of having first team football. This is definitely like, you know, the best academy players that I've seen for a very long time coming through right now. So it will be a shame what we're saying that we are having buyback clauses and stuff like that, right? Either you play them or you sell them like City do. Like, you know, we've been sucking and selling players. Like, you know, look how City are slinging players, like, you know, for academy players for 40 million. Cole Parker is one of them. What's his name? Cole Parker, was it? Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, 40 million.
You know the weird thing? This is the weird thing about Cole Palmer. my brother-in-law on my girlfriend's side, that they're related to him. So it's a small world. Cole Palmer is basically technically an in-law to me or something. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know how it
Related?
works. But yeah, my girlfriend is her brother-in-law is related to Cole Palmer. I didn't find that out till Christmas, which is weird. It is and I've never seen a lad play.
Wow, wicked. Anyway,
As long as you get like a sell back clause, or when they have a sell on clause, as long as you ideally you want both of them in play, don't you?
Yeah, well, I think they're doing a smart
Which we
move.
had
Like,
with Itbow.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that fee was a joke.
Yeah, 1 million or less.
No, it was 1 million euros. So it was
Yeah.
like 800,000 and 900. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. You could buy a house around here for that.
But
Oh, you can round here, love. You can round here where I live. You can buy an house for that.
Well, where I live, my 4-bedroom is worth. I rent now, not because I sold my house a year ago, but it's £1 million.
I could buy a 3-bedroom flat with that.
Really?
Yeah. I rent something that's apparently worth $1 million these days, and it's ridiculous. And that's all. But that's everywhere around here. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
And my rent's ridiculous. It's
everything is ridiculous. Finger on the pulse, Jarvis. Do you see this? What I'm seeing, I seeing as a generational makeshift. I see that they are kind of doing things differently. I mean, this is not the Glazers in the making. If I'm reading this, basically they want to sort of see what this, these are our priced assets right now, the up and coming generation. I don't see us selling them. I want to sort of see them, get a good loan spell, come back in the summer, and then you don't have to go out and buy that much. Like, if you look at Dango, Hannibal, you got to have an aging squad. You have Willie Kombala coming through as a center back as well. You know that Varane is singing on his last kind of swan song. Harry Maguire might be shift off as well. But I see this as a generational makeshift and another way to do business. And what they're talking about here about FFP, that is pure profit at the end of the day. Plus,
if they do good, we can retract the offer and we can bring them back in the summer as well, though, can't they?
There's no obligation to buy. It's more an option to buy. And they insert it. If you do,
So
we have a sell-on clause. We make money out of it. If we have a sell-on clause, and we have what you call it, a buyback clause as well, or a fixed fee. Like, let's say if Benfica, they're not mugs. Benfica has been shopping like this for ages, right? And then they sell these players for 100 million. Rui Costa, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden, you cannot mug us back. If you want to buy back Alvaro Fernandez, we set a fixed price on 30. You buy us for 20, but you're not going to mug us because we know you're going to sell him. If he does well, you're probably going to ask 120, 125.
So Benfica, we can have him for 35 million. So Chelsea come in, they've got to pay 80 million.
Yeah.
So,
and we get a sell-on clause. It's a win-win situation. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm reading, like, as a positive, Jarvis.
Yeah. I just want to bring up this. I'm not 100% sure that these are the correct numbers, but it says that Benfica have an option to sign Alvaro Fernandez 8 million plus 4 million pounds in potential add-ons, and Man United will have a 20% sell-on clause and the right to first refusal if they choose to sell Fernandez in the future. So we can actually make a lot of money on him even if we don't bring him back
in the future. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they have an option to buy, but we have during this period of the 6 months period of loan spell.
Yeah, well, it depends how many games he plays. I think it was if he plays 60% of the games, there's something like that. But I don't have all the details. Rushmano, he's the transfer guru and probably have. So if Rushmano, if you have this info, just post it in the chat.
Right,
that would be great.
Wicked.
I just want to mention something you spoke about now. You mentioned players like Maguire, and we have players like Luke Shaw. Bruno Fernandes is 29 or 28.
Aging squad.
We have an aging squad, especially if we are trying to build, like, going on a new process, a new project for 3 to 5 years, and they won't be they won't be here at the end of the process. So we probably have to move on. Maguire, Luke Shaw, a lot of these players in the next year or so. And for example, Bruno, is the club ruthless enough to cut Bruno and try to sell him in the summer? You think?
Dodgy Davies there watching.
Yeah, Andy, what do you reckon? Do you think we will move on Bruno because of his age? He's not. If Bruno wants to be on the project and be number 4 or 5 in the next 2 to 3 seasons, or do you think Bruno have bigger ambitions?
I don't know, because Bruno could, because he's trying, and he's just not. He doesn't seem, nothing's getting anywhere. You know, he sees performances on the pitch. He seems Sunday, he was arguing with Scott McTominay as looking, why is he coming on? Why is he coming on? So if Bruno's got personal ambitions to maybe go back to Spain and maybe go to one of the big clubs or play some Champions League football somewhere else, that's entirely up to Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he could be absolutely fed up to the back teeth with what's going on. As, do you know what? I was led down a garden path, and I was told a big white lie. So, but if he wants to be part of the process, I mean, that's fine. But he will be 32, 33. And like you say, you want to get one trophy, Bruno. It's not good. It's all about trophies. With European players, it's trophies. So one League Cup and a couple of Portuguese cups, it's not exactly a nice thing to show off, and you want a few more, don't you? So he may decide to go, do you know what? I don't need this. I'm going back to Portugal, go to Spain, Germany, Italy. So you go where you got a good chance of playing regular football and a chance in trophies.
I mean, the proof will be in the pudding. Like, you know, this is his testament. Like, you know, are you there for the badge? Are you there to make money or make trophies? Like, at the end of the day,
it's like
football's
Marcus
changed.
Rashford. You will not see Marcus Rashford with a Premier League medal, just like Steven Gerrard. And that is fact. That is cold, hard fact. You will not see a Premier League title with him, with a medal around his neck. Sorry, man.
Yeah. Listen, guys, let me know in the chat.
I've got to admit, I just don't. Not that I don't agree that he won't be picking up the Premier League title. I just don't see why someone who became this, like, technically he was the captain last season without Maguire going on, and then this season he got to be a captain. You know, I feel like he's if anybody was going to stay, it'd be his. He keeps getting pushed out of his position, and he's a bit like Shaw. When things start going wrong, the pair of them just want to go everywhere and do everything and just sort of try and manhandle the game. I think Bruno this year has been lost because he's got lost in trust in other positions, and so he's just not been able to be creative, and that's it really. I'm not going to beat it down on Bruno. I will say, I would think I'd rather see. I could see Rashford going before Bruno.
Yeah, interesting. You mentioned. I think
that would be a big statement from Ineos if they decided to cash in on Rashford. That would send out a big statement, and I would welcome 100%. It with open arms.
But it's interesting what you're saying there, Vicky, as well. Like, because I think the whole team is out of position at the moment, right? Everyone looks lost, right? Bruno, as you said, he's running around trying to make things happen, like, you know, showing a little bit. He's the only one that's actually leading the press at the moment. Nobody else is pressing. We stopped pressing, but you always see Bruno running his socks off pressing, right? He's the only one running towards the goalkeeper pressing. So yeah, he does work his socks off, and he does wear his heart on his sleeve, and you know, but sometimes a little bit too wasteful. But when he does these Hollywood passes, whenever, like, you know, him and Rashford loses a lot of possession, which leads to counterattack and goal. But when those passes, the Hollywood passes, what some people say, come through, it's magical to watch, you know, because his passes is amazing when it comes through as well. Anyway, guys, I want to bring in producer Mark to the stage as well, because we're going to talk a little bit about, you know, academy players, and he's an expert when it comes to academy. But Mark, how you doing? What's going on in the transfer market? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Mark.
You're on mute as usual. Do we have a sign language expert here?
Sorry, everyone. My mic was muted. You know, I was enjoying the show. To be fair,
How's the VR room feeling? What's the temperature on the pulse there?
oh, they're having fun in there. We're talking lots of stuff in the VR room right now. You know, some people are thinking maybe we should sell Bruno for 35 million. You know, I'm always thinking maybe we should just sell Rashford. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, you know, changes need to be made at the club. And like you could see it with the youth players, you know, you see Alvaro Fernandez going to Benfica for the loan with the option to buy. You know, today there's confirmation that, you know, other players are leaving. You know, the young striker Joe Hugel is at Burton Albion. You know, they were debunked, the rumors that we were speaking to João Neves, so you know that's not true anymore, but you never know what could be happening. And well, you know, like the club is still interested in getting Joshua Zirkzee for some reason. I don't know why. And there's, you know, the debunked interest of getting Karim Benzema, which I think is a mistake in my opinion. Maybe we need a striker with some experience to help the striking line do better. But at the same time, if we could get some exits, because it has been said that Galatasaray has just contacted Anthony Martial's agent, you know, so maybe this will speed up Fenerbahce in purchasing him, and then maybe we could see a loanee striker or something coming in the January window to replace him.
That was my opening statement, like when I started the show. Galatasaray, like, you know, now in the race for Anthony Martial, and go make it happen. Maybe it's the agent pushing the competitive edge, you know, Galatasaray versus Fenerbahce.
But wasn't it something similar last summer when I think Galatasaray initially bid for Fred, and then Fenerbahce was the ones who actually bought him? So I think it works. Hopefully it does.
Maybe Fred's in on this. Maybe Fred's doing
Agent Fred.
You know, he's trying to get his friend. You know, you never know.
Yeah, I think that would be good. You know, maybe you should call Luke Shaw with them one time. You know, they might be needing a left back. You know, then we could get a proper left back who could run the field right now. Because, you know, I mean, Luke Shaw's injuries is just as bad this season for us as Varane's injuries in the center of the field. So, you know, it's one of those things. We have a lot of work on this team.
So do you see, I'm going to ask you a question. You got the finger on the pulse here. Like, you know, do you see Martial leaving in January, or do you see him staying there and seeing out his contract and taking a sign-up bonus fee as a free agent?
I mean, well, he's training alone, to be fair, like Yali is saying there. You know, no one is sure if he's really injured or not, or if he's been, you know, exiled by Ten Hag.
Ten Hag did say he wasn't fit enough to train with the first team.
Yeah, he also said that.
That was the statement. You know, yeah, he wasn't fit enough.
It's the Sancho treatment.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. Like, I mean, it's about time he stuck to his guns and he forced players out that he wants out of the team. I think it's the only way to get the Glazers or get everyone's attention onto, you know, these players are not good enough for my squad. I think he should have done more of that last season, you know, but, you know, he's doing it now. So, like, kudos to that. I would hope Martial takes the hint and takes a contract and leaves. I mean, it will free up space for the club. He will get game time. You know, it doesn't seem like the marriage had worked for the last 2 or 3 seasons. I mean, ever since he went to Sevilla on loan, for me, that was like the end of Martial at Manchester United. So
everything what I heard.
Think that Bournemouth game. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Mick. I'm just saying. I think that Bournemouth game and the reaction from the crowd, the criticism from the crowd, the jeering, the boos, I think that has affected him as well. And like you say, you're not seeing him since. You know what I mean? It's like a sarcastic applaud, the cheering, get off. So it's because he gave nothing that day, because that rattled everybody. So, and I think it's just excuses now. So.
Reggie saying Martial was sit out. Guys, let us know in the comments, like, you know, press a 1 if you think that he's going in January, or 2 that he will sit out this contract. I know the club is doing everything in the power to try to cash in a little bit, because his wage bill is like, I think it's almost 300 almost a week. And that is like, you know, a thorn on the side, like, you know, because basically he's not really playing. If there's one thing Ineos is looking at the moment, why is this guy not playing? Get him off the books right now, right?
Yeah, if you
but it's also been widely
for him, take it. Yeah, just take the £6 million.
Take it, yeah, because then you get rid of his wages as well. So, but then you know, I think it was Fenerbahce was playing the game to say, well, why don't you extend this contract and loan it out to us? You know what I mean? It's like, we're not that stupid, are we, right? So
Oh, no,
I think
no,
that,
tell you
but
what,
they only
last
wanted
season
to.
we would have done.
Yeah, but they only wanted to extend it for a year, but only use him for 6 months and then bring him back to Man
yeah,
United.
doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any
I
sense.
Makes no
mean,
sense.
it's all right, you know, it's fine if. Oh God, it's something you would do if you were really hungover and you kind of wanted to like extend a contract or buy a paddling pool from eBay.
That's a good analogy, that, yeah. You'd have to be absolutely punch drunk to authorize that, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Listen,
It's like
it's like filing for a divorce, and I say, well, we have this probation period for 6 months. Stay away from each other, and if you're happy, you're happy. You stay there with another man. If not, you're coming back to me. But the problem is still the same. We don't love each other.
I'm with
Yeah.
Craig Roby on this
Oh,
one. I feel like Man United should just be in a garage sale and hold the losses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah,
Get rid of the
don't
waste.
sometimes do you feel like just because the media is so upspent on just talking about how much players have come in and how many wages there are, they go, yeah, but if I would just like try and cut the loss and just go, oh yeah, but we're starting afresh.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
If we were somewhat of a serious club, we just terminated Martial's contract right away instead of having him around stinking up the place. You know, we can't keep running the club like this, and I think they should just terminate it and kick him out, because
Yeah.
I don't see a future for Martial. He won't get a new contract. The problem is he cost us 1 million a month, but so what? Take the loss then.
He burnt his own bridges. Of like even when he went to online with Seville,
Sevilla.
and he just Sevilla, and then he just got himself injured straight away. It's just like, well, you made, you know, your future ends at this contract. But I guess he was just hoping that Man United were going to still be with the Glazers and still with the same old, and then they'll just like have a retirement contract.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I read the chat. A lot of people say it's 2-2-2-2. I don't see much ones, but a serious question here. Do you think at the end of the window we will actually sign somebody, or it's all depending on what Martial? It's been widely reported. Like I spoke to Graham Bailey as well, and he said it all depends on what happens to Martial, because that deal is so crucial to get off the wage bill. So that's how stiff we are. We couldn't
up 6 million. You can have a loan till the end of the
Yeah,
season.
but you add on everything else that you sort of loaned out and sold and XYZ, and you get Martial off the books as well. The club was even so broke that we couldn't even keep Serge Reguilon on the books for the remaining of the season. So he's now going to Brentford on another loan, right? So this is how bad the finances are. Like it's a really fine line where what we can spend, but apparently we can spend according to what I read what Swedish Rumble was saying, right? Because we cleared the FFP and everything is okay.
Yeah, and we got a credit card of 40 million.
Yeah, as well. So it's basically them
trying in our pockets.
Yeah. So it's basically them saying that, oh, there's no value on the market. We go again in the summer. So I don't think Manchester United would spend anything.
I think if it'd be last minute transfer day deadline, Man United, 2 loan players. Here they are.
Yeah. Wakehurst returned.
Yeah, Wakehurst returned. Yeah.
No.
Mark, I'm going to ask you the question. You've been heavily scouting this. Do you see anything happening? Nothing. It's totally dead.
I mean, I could see things I would like to happen, but unless we see some outgoings like Anthony Martial, I don't really see anything happening. I mean, I'm not going to be too upset if nothing happened. To be fair, I think, not having any transfers in January would force Ten Hag to use some of the youth at the club. I think that would be a good thing because, you never know what the youth will bring. They come with youthful exuberance and that unknown factor. So, they could be, some of them, you might see a gem that we didn't know we had. So maybe it might be a good thing to not get anyone, you know what I mean? And just let 1 or 2 players leave the club, I mean, to be fair, guys, we in the FA Cup. We currently in 7th place. I mean, if we grab like a few wins and a few draws, we could probably stay within 5th or 6th.
True.
If we could continue to FA Cup final, I think that's normal for the season. It would be fine. You know, it wouldn't be anything to cry about. I mean, we could talk about the standards, but we didn't keep those standards for years. And this rotten group of players that we had here for the last 5 seasons, you can't blame that on Ten Hag. And no other manager could come to get the best of these lot when Ten Hag get the best out of most of them last season that any other manager done before him, like Rashford. You know, look at Wan-Bissaka this season. Nobody would have wanted Wan-Bissaka here if not for Erik Ten Hag. You know, so it's like he improved some players, you know, he improved some others. Some of them can't maintain it, but like the old saying goes, they can't polish a turd. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things, bro. It's like, you know, you had to take it for what it is. I know it's hard to see the team lose, or, you know, we might not get top 4. That would be hard, but I mean, if we take in that this season and then next season we get top 4 for sure and we compete well, I for that. But if we sack this manager,
pain for long-term gain.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but what if? Just say what if? You know, we have a 2 weeks break, which is AFCON, whatever. What if all of a sudden things turns and we go on a winning streak, right? Because we haven't really kicked on and have a really winning streak. Things can turn. This is football, people, right? This, you know, if you look at it from positive, couple of wins, morality, confidence, off we go. But as what you were saying, Andy, it's the hope that kills you. We have a tough run of fixtures. We have Wolves.
If you can't do it on 1 game a week and you can't generate confidence, playing football, getting the fans on side, togetherness, and you're still playing like this from now till the end of the season, you deserve everything that's coming at you, from players to management, and it's unacceptable. If you can't do the fundamental basics when you put on a Manchester United shirt, God help you in the summer if you're a Manchester United player. And that goes for all of them, 110%. You say, if we finish 9th and we finish lower, we could even finish low. Where was it? 58 points. We're on 32 points. We're 28 points away. We could have a lower Premiership score than we did that season a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
No, with Solskjaer and Radnick.
Yeah, the Rangnick season. Yeah.
But last season, after 21 games, we had 32 points, you know, guys. So right now, after 21 games, we had 32 points. So for me, we have the same points as last season. I mean, albeit we was in better form last season, I think we could still get somewhere there about 70 points. In my opinion.
You know what? I said this last year. That Spurs game, what a difference a year makes. Because last year, on the 13th of January, we beat Man City. We were within 5 points of the top of the Premier League. And we were at we had a fork in the road. We had 4 ways. Which way did we go? Did we go Premier League? We had FA Cup, Europa League, Cup. FA Cup as well. So we prioritised. But look at what a difference a year makes to beating Man City and where we are now.
Yeah.
We are the pits at the moment. I'm sorry, man.
I agree with you, Andy. Andy, do you remember where they were doing that? And then I think it was Delo and Rashford. They came off, and other players, and they were standing there just on the waiting for the last minute to run out to the crowd. And you can't imagine that Rashford would be standing there waiting for the last minute just to run out and go congratulate everyone, because they all thought they did all play a terrific game.
Oh yeah, they all played a blinder that day. They all played brilliantly. You know it's in the team, but to win, because look at the games we won. We beat Barcelona, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. We did it. We had an amazing home record. But you know it's in this team to be a set of bottle jobs and run away and not give accountability. So this could be like a Radnick season, and I don't want it to be.
No.
If you finish the season as you've done last year, if we could have the last 3 months like we did last year, from December going all the way through to February, and do that cup run, play some teams, beat some games, give the fans something to cheer about. You might not get the criticism at the end of the season. We could have a positive end of the season, but It's like I just don't see it at the moment on a one game a week basis. If you can't do that, then no.
I agree, and I don't disagree. Actually, I just see it's a bit like Liverpool was, and then they played too many games. They had too many injuries, and then they all lost faith. And I think that's kind of what it was like for Liverpool last season, which is now what Man United are doing this season.
Look at Liverpool now; they're in 4 competitions, and they're going for everything. And they've got a strong squad. They're in 4 competitions. They're in the semi-final.
Maybe
top of the league.
Maybe that's this season for Man United. Maybe that's this season for Man United, where it is like a weird pre-season, playing lots of games, getting a load of injuries, kind of losing faith.
Win a quad. I tell you what, man, it will be a rotten summer for Liverpool win a quad. I'm telling you.
Andy, I can't even imagine
They're
that.
not winning nothing of the sorts, though, are they?
I feel like we will do something in the FA Cup, guys. Maybe if we didn't do too well in the league, we definitely will fight in the FA Cup. I mean, look at it like this, right? We play in Newport County on the 28th, and after Newport County is possibly Bristol. We shoe in to get to the 6th round, to be fair. You know what I mean? So, I mean, let me see how it goes. Liverpool might have to play Man City before they play us to the final, so you never know what could happen.
I don't know.
Somebody was saying
that. My thought about this, Mick. I'll be quick. I don't think United will turn this season around. I'm almost certain, dead certain, that we will end up about 10-8, and I don't think Ten Hag will live through this season. This group of players can't be trusted. Our system is wrong, and they have lost all confidence. And I see a lot of people believe that the return of Casemiro and Martinez will turn everything around, and we have short time memory. We have forgot that in the first 10 games of the season, everybody blamed Casemiro. He was getting old, his legs was gone because he couldn't cover the width of the midfield by himself as a single DM, and it will continue when Casemiro comes back. So yeah, it won't change.
But was that before Kobe? Was that before Kobe? I think that was before Kobe, before he got injured. Come on, have a little bit more faith. Little bit more faith, yeah?
You gotta have a faith, the faith. Gotta have a faith, the faith, baby.
I mean,
sorry, George.
I understand what Jarvis means.
Not on this time. Not on this time.
This team runs on momentum.
I don't trust these players as well, to be fair. I kind of don't trust them as well, to be fair. But I trust Ten Hag a little bit more, in the sense that what he do last season, I still have to give him some credit for what he do last season, And if I go on what he do last season, I'll still give him a little bit of credit that he might do something with these players. And as I know, we have different groups of players. Who knows if Casemiro come back next to Kobe and it suddenly works in the midfield? You never know what could happen.
You know
what? Fair enough, but if Ten Hag falls on his sword, you have to punish the players as well. End of story.
100%.
Okay. Listen, I admire Mark's positive. Like I got a comment here. Mick's being so optimistic. I used to be like you, Mark. Right? I used to date this, constantly giving her chances, and she's cheating on me all the time. And I had to stop. And I said, not anymore. You guys broke my heart. I don't love you anymore. But you got to earn my trust to love you back. But you are still like that movie Shallow Hall with Jack Black and Gwyneth Paltrow. You know that he's cursed. He can only see that she's a big fat plump, but he sees us as this beautiful number 10. And this is you at the moment.
Oh, Shallow Hall. It's called
Shallow Hall.
Shallow Hall. And it doesn't go like that. It doesn't go like that. You have Martinez, and he goes in, and they have a great big group hug. And then they go, and then they all start having a little team talk, and they all start clapping, and then they go in, then they go and just beat everyone. That's how, if you're going to be that optimistic, that's how it goes.
Okay.
But I want to see Martinez rattle a few cages in the dressing room. I really want to do that. I want to see him do that. Verbally
100%.
Rattle a few cages in the dressing room, and you might get a reaction. Definitely, if they come back in with Casemiro.
Yeah, I look fresh 4 a.m. in the morning. I agree. It's actually 6 o'clock in the morning. Guys, you know what? I want Ten Hag to be like Jurgen Klopp, more of a hugger. Like you see how Jurgen is caring about his players. He gives them bear papa hugs.
Wait, you're never going to get that, because from where he grew up, he's called a tucker, and they are straightforward. Yeah, I know. Okay, right. Did you? None of you read the.
Why is he hugging everyone? He hugs everyone, even the opponents.
Well, they're two. Well, they're different. Like they've been brought up differently. Can we stop doing that? By the way.
Oh, yeah, stop doing that. It's not me. I'm just hands free. It's I'm playing it. ChatGPT is doing the job here. I think so.
No,
Or is it Jarvis? Jarvis, hands
I've
up.
been-
Is it you?
Yeah,
You.
my hands are here.
Oh, no. It's the Glazers running the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Vicky,
they
sorry.
don't
It was
care
me.
enough.
It was me. It was
Yeah, but
me.
it's good that people have a little bit of optimistic sense of the season. You know, it's everything is. I have to be real. Everything seems to go down the shitter, but okay, I'll give you that. You're optimist, and I'm glad
I
that
have
you
a
can. think this
13-year-old
way.
son that has just got, like, he's been borderline, but he's so involved, and his mates are all taking the mick out of him. And I'm like, he comes in with his little positive videos, and I'm like, yes, we can do that.
Yep. Voldemort from all the way from Hogwarts is coming here to say, I think Vicky should go in and give them all a pep talk. 100%. Big up, Voldemort. We have all sorts of creatures in here. This has been fantastic, balanced approach. Mark, I love your optimism. I'm just being balanced, neutral. As I said, I want the football do the talking. I'm tired of this. Andy, I know where you're coming from. We've been all cheated and heartbroken so many times as well.
I flirted so many times with United in the last 12 months, and I've seen United give me hope, break my heart. So I know when I can switch off from this football team and this football club, and I just go to watch a game. I can't get emotionally involved now at the moment until I see something that is worthwhile getting behind.
Oh, and I think Andy, bless him, he's absolutely been killed by VAR. If it's not just the football team, it's VAR. I think it's just like, it's everything.
Football in general. You can't enjoy football anymore. Lower league football is more entertaining. I mean, I watch other games just to watch, to see a good football match, and it's entertaining. 100%. I watched West Ham last night against Bristol in the FA Cup, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, fantastic. Listen, it's been a long Martin Scorsese a la Jarvis Cocker stream. Yeah. Usually when you do like this marathon, 2 hours. 2 hours. And I'm so proud of everyone that's been consistent viewers. Like, we had like constantly over 100, 115, 120 constantly viewing. But all it matters right now, if you can get up to 100 likes here right now, it would be great. Like if it's like 120 of you watching right now, let us get up to 100, because it's 6:03 where I am in the morning, and we've been slaving here in the kitchen. Vicky's been cooking up a storm. We have some positive desserts coming in from Mark, giving us some positivity at the end of the day. He was the dessert at the end of the day. So 90 likes, what people are saying. Keep it coming, keep it going. 10 more, guys, 10 more. So you can do it. Vicky, what can we do to get 10 more likes here?
I can't say belief, so I can just say just appreciation. If you can take a second to appreciate, if you've been watching for this long, then you can just easily just hit the like button and just show that fact that you done it. You spent the time watching it, that you will go and hit the like button.
Yeah.
As a viewer, you did it.
7 more, or I will have to sing a karaoke song. But also we heard that Mark was promising to do a rap, an MMN rap or something like that.
Yes.
It's the last final month. The last
I was joking about that the other day. I wasn't even. I didn't even remember that.
No, for me,
it's a lyrics, Mark.
Yeah, I just like me and Andy, we are the same. Like we fell out of love with this team, and I can just remember one Cher song. Do you believe in love after love?
Oh no, because that was #1 forever and ever and ever, and I couldn't stand it.
Cher, man. No, forget Cher.
Andy, I actually have got a question for you, because I never buy the food. But so, what is a United pie?
a Manchester United pie is a variation of, it's either it's meat potato pie, there's a cheese and onion pie, steak and ale pie, peppered steak.
Oh, it's got to be the pepper steak one because I heard it's quite spicy.
Or you could have, or there is a Manchester United shepherd's pie. Even though, like I said, I don't buy from the ground. I don't fund the glazers. I rather, if we get food, I rather get it outside.
Yeah, I got my son a burger from outside, but I don't really eat. Like I'm on a diet all the time.
No, but football's tradition. You have fish and chips at a football match. You have a burger or a hot dog or a chip muffin. It's what English culture is in football. It's like, say, suppose if you go to France, you have a baguette, a cheese and ham baguette at half time, don't you?
You want a baguette?
Go to Italy, you have paella. You have paella and a pizza, a slice of pizza at the San Siro. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Where do you, Andy? Where do you holiday?
Where do I holiday? Well, it's a weird one as you're just going on about it, because my other half has just messaged me. I've booked a holiday to Cyprus tonight, and I've also booked a holiday I'm going to Cyprus this year, and I'm going away on a caravan holiday as well. So, with family. So I've got.
Do you like tzatziki?
Do I like what? Do I what, love?
Is it tzatziki that they have in Greece?
Tzatziki. Yeah, lovely.
Moussaka.
Yeah.
It's moussaka.
Yeah, I like moussaka. I don't like tzatziki because I'm allergic to cucumber. But
I had a tuna pasta today with carnation chicken. It's bloody lovely.
Wow. Sorry, I digressed.
Right, now we're turning into a cooking show all of a sudden and traveling show. I love this community, guys. Anyway, 3 more likes to 100, please. Give us 3 more likes, please. Can we force feed it? 3 more likes and we can close the shop.
The likes, or you're going to have to deal with me.
Come in then, slap them over the head. No.
Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin style, man.
You know, you guys have cold weather at the moment. We have lots of snow, right? And I'm actually, you know, I'm from your part of the world as well, but I'm sort of kind of getting enough of this heat right now. 33 degrees every day, scorching hot, and I shouldn't complain, right? I shouldn't complain. Oh, Jarvis is doing a full Monty. He's doing everything to get back.
Do you know everything to get how cold it is in Norway at the moment?
No,
up in the north.
Does this deserve 3 more likes?
I can put my hand out the window now, live on the internet, and my hand would come back with ice. It's that cold. You know what I mean?
Have you ever experienced?
I could show you the snow on the street right now. I could if I wanted to.
I'm going camping this weekend, and it is freezing. It's going to be minus. Yeah, it's going to be -1, and then it's going to be 2 degrees. So the Friday on the -1 and 2 degrees on the Saturday. I'm doing it voluntarily. So I'm doing it for the scout. Yeah, I need more than a hot water bottle. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. I'm the only female going, so I got my own tent to myself. So I've got no one else to keep it warm.
Jesus Christ! You need a. All right.
Get them. Was it them little hand? Little pads. What you could put in between your hands. I'm
going to Tesco tomorrow. I'm going to go get like a trolley worth.
All right. We have 1 more soul left to 100. And what does it take to get 1 more? Doesn't Jarvis full Monty, perhaps? I don't know. You was telling us how cold it is.
But you won't have an Andy Tate one.
99 Luftballon. Yada yada yada. Jarvis, tell us. It's cold in Tromsø, Norway, northern part of Norway.
Yeah, it was -20 degrees the other day. Today is a little bit. I think it's -12 outside, so it's okay. You can go out to the car and drive to work without freezing to death. But it is what it is. But the good thing is, the sun is coming back now in these days. So finally, I can see the sun again, because we have been through winter darkness time. So it's been away for, I would say, 50 days, and that's the worst thing. You don't get to see the sun. It with your mind.
4 hours. It's 4 hours of daylight, don't you have?
It's daylight, yeah, it's daylight, but it's like a dusk kind of
4 hours of
daylight.
daylight. Is that when the
Or
vampires come
4,
out?
5, 6
The
hours, but
vampires
you
come out
never
after
see the
4
sun.
hours. Jesus.
Yeah.
But
Sounds like
now
a
you
horror
can see
movie,
the
Jarvis.
sky is bright, so in a couple of days the sun will be back, and
Do you
Jarvis
take your
will be back.
vitamin D, though?
Yeah,
You take-
cod liver oil every day.
My
Okay.
God.
Yeah,
Make
Jesus
sure you
Christ.
do that.
it
Um,
tastes ugh, but it's good for you.
Just for clarity, Craig Warby actually he owns a camping store as well, so he sends a lot of these.
Exactly.
You know, that's what he meant.
Oh, does
like, you
he own a
know-
camping store?
Yeah, you owns
I
a
know,
camping store.
like
Pretty nice.
hiking and what do you call
Outdoors.
it? Outdoor stuff. Like so, that's why I said, come visit my shop. He sort you out.
Oh,
So
okay.
big up
It's not
Craig
creepy.
Warby as well.
It's got to be
Oh,
a
Guys-
discount.
I'll do that.
It's got to be a discount for Vicky. It's only fair.
Yeah, Craig, you know.
You've got to keep the Cub Scouts and Beavers going, because it actually keeps a lot of children that are poverty stricken
Right.
somewhere to go, something to do, and something to look forward to.
In Crushford, Knutsford, what she's saying. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Check.
How are we in the finger on the pulse? Do we have 100? Do we have
99 Luftballons still.
Let's have a look.
Jesus,
Well,
we've been
we did our
slaving
best.
hard here. I hope you really enjoyed this show, guys. It was there's nothing really going on, but today was a lot of stories, and first time that we have this whole panel full view on Wednesday. Vicky together with Andy. It's been a while, and we had a little bit of a positivity. We got together as a community. We discussed about the Ratcliffe situation, change management moving forward. What do we expect? And at the end of the day, I'm so grateful for this community, because I haven't been feeling great lately. So every time I come on here, I feel so revitalized. It's like a therapy session community. No matter where we are in the world, you have people sitting in Sydney, Australia, Norway, Africa, Canada, all around the world. And we are the global fan base. So big up to all of you. Pat on your back, and thank you so much for all your support.
Well done, guys. Well done, everyone. And well done, everyone in the
Thank you.
comments.
What's a Tesla like in minus 20 degree? Are we talking about now auto show as well?
Yeah, I've seen pictures, the videos today. Load of Teslas frozen solid, and they couldn't get in the charge points in the UK. Teslas are frozen solid, and so were the charging points. So
Something wrong with the owners. I've been driving a Tesla for 4 years up here in the north with minus 20 degrees, so it's no problem. But you have to take care of your equipment, your car.
Now,
Jarvis.
listen, you can blow your horn right now, Jarvis, as well, because we achieved 100 likes, and it's been a while since we got to 100 likes. We slaved so hard to get to this Centurion 100. So, Jarvis, do you have your toot or no?
Yeah,
No, you don't.
I can do a salute.
Oh, I can do the car and an elephant. But there we go.
Anyway, 2 hours and 12 minutes is a record for this channel, or is it?
Yeah.
I don't
Jarvis
think
is breaking
I
that
think you've done longer.
All right. Anyway, guys, hope to see you very soon again. Tomorrow is Thursday. We will see what's going on in the news. Mark, you don't see anything happening on the striker market? Nah, we're not going
Maybe
to
not
sign
this
anyone.
week. Things might most likely happen if we could get Anthony Martial out, and if that happens, then maybe you never
Maybe
know.
we can
Let's see how
monitoring this potential gloves lawsuit, 92 Holding Foundation going against Manchester United PLC, suing them for disinformation. Oh, we're going to see it all. The gravy train will be out there again, Andy.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to send you a picture, Mick, as well. It's of me when I'm very, very young. You might probably see it there. There's me, 18 years old.
Oh, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in.
18, and I'm 49 now. Jesus. So
just zoom in again. Let's show us. Oh, that's a handsome. Oh, look at you.
Full set of hair.
Oh,
full set. And here's me 25 years ago. There's me against Leeds United.
There you are.
There you are.
So Manchester United made you lose all
the
the hair.
haters out there who says I'm a plastic fan. There's the proof in the pudding, baby. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So...
Anyway, big up for everyone. Great show, great panel, great moderators, great community. Big up to all of you. Timmy is here. Great show, guys, as usual. Timmy, what Jarvis is saying.
Timmy.
Thank you. Great show, guys, as well. But thank you for the panel as well. You done a fantastic job. Great to see you, Vicky, as well. Full-time show. Last time you couldn't make it, but now we have a full-time show as well. Oh, actually, yeah, you did make it halfway through, right? No, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think you asked me on Monday, but I was so ill on Monday.
Yeah. How's the training going?
It's still going.
Boxing?
Yeah, my
everything?
personal trainer is my best friend. I mean, he's messaged me 4 times. He goes, "Get off WhatsApp now because you should be in bed." He has no idea what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, right. You don't.
If he's telling me off, he's telling me off.
I know what you did
He
last
wants to
summer.
give me, yeah, he wants me to get me a good body for 40, but it's just not going to happen.
It can happen. Trust me, it can happen. Transformation do happen. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for all your contribution.
Yeah.
What you want to say?
Mick, before we leave, I just want to give a shout out to the VAR room. So many legends.
so
We have Red J in the house, DJ Superfly, Lilis, Crunk King. We have Ivo Bosic, Stephanie Griffith, Craig Warby, Lord Voldemort, Gary C. It's Timmy. And we have Edward Reed, Madhouse, Yale, Matty R. We have so many legends in the chat. I'm so happy that you are with us on the show. And thank you for contributing to the chat. And I hope to see you guys here next time too, because you are amazing.
Thank you also,
Bye,
Jonathan.
Neil. It's good to see you soon, Neil. By the way,
yeah, good to see you, Neil, as well. And also thank you to Jonathan Liljenborg for his contribution, Madhouse as well. We've seen some new faces here as well, so big up. Please come back, as what we said, please come again, what we say.
Thank you for having me.
Anyway, guys, big up, good night, sleep tight, and don't let the glazes bite you. Green and gold until we sold. Glazes out, bankers out. That's all, folks. That's all we're going to say. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.